So once we are in the HANA Studio, you see there is an option called content. So here we see import. So in today we'll focus on how to import. Click import. How to import SAP NetWeaver BW models. Select this mode to import objects available in an SAP NetWeaver BW system that you want to transform into SAP HANA information models. Select this option, click next. So in the connections, let us give the server name. The server name is of BW server. So in order to see the server name, click start. SAP logon. Right click on BW, click on properties. The application server is server. Host name is server. Instance number is 04. Client is, double click on BW. Client is 001. Username is Surya, and then the password is S capital URYA 1234, and click test connection. Connection test successful. So it is able to connect to BW system. So what are we trying to do over here is, so in here we have HANA, and on top of HANA you have BW application layer. So we are trying to import objects from BW to HANA system. So in BW you have different objects like InfoCubes, we have objects like info objects, we have objects like datastore objects. So these are different containers which store content. So these different kinds of containers where business reports on these containers. These containers are multidimensional in fashion, and these containers have flat tables. So all these objects that are available on the BW system can be imported to HANA database, and these objects are transformed to information views. So let us import each of these objects and see how these objects are imported to HANA. So for this, first I connected to BW system by giving the required connection details. Once we have given these details, click next. Select the system. Click next. In here you see all these objects, all the available objects, and here you see the selected objects. So now in here let us select. If you expand any of the info area, here you see there are different objects that you can see. These are data store objects, these are info objects, and these are info cubes. So all these are already available on the BW application server. Now let me basically log into the server to show you these objects in BW. So I'm just logging into BW server. So to log in, let us go to SAP logon, double click on BW, provide the username and password. Surya S capital URYA 1234. Click enter and enter the transaction code RSA1 and click enter. So once you click enter, click on info provider. Once we click on info provider, so here you would see these are different info areas which are available on the BW system. So in here, this is an info area, and these are cube-like structures. So these cubes are nothing but, in HANA, these are similar to analytic views. They're similar to analytic views. If you double click on this cube, if you expand settings, so here you see there is a property called external SAP HANA view. External SAP HANA view for reporting. It means that these objects can be also imported from BW application layer. So you can import from HANA as well as you can import from BW application layer. So if you double click on this cube, so let us see which is not already checked. All these are checked. Let me check which is this property is not checked so that we can import that cube. So if you see this option is not checked over here. So if you want to see data in these cubes, just right click on the cube and click data preview. Display data. Click field selection for output. Select all chars. Click execute and execute. So this is the data that is available in the cube. So now what we can do now is you can either select the cube name, go to HANA Studio, so import NetWeaver BW Models, copy paste the cube name, click on find, select the cube, click add, and here we can select the package. So you can select the required package, click browse, Let us click browse. And let us select a package. So let us select this one, AT_DK. Let us click OK. So this cube, now it will transform to HANA information view and will be available under this package. When the cube is getting imported, it also, you can click on this icon. You can click on this checkbox which says generate role-based analytic privileges. So whatever the privileges that this cube has, even those privileges will get imported. So once we click next, and then here you see all these are different roles. Select all these different roles, click add, and finally click finish. So once you click finish, now this cube is basically importing. So this cube is imported. So we can expand the instance, expand content, and let's go to the package AT_DK, expand this and expand this. Now you see here, so the cube which we just imported, if you notice here, now the cube has the same technical name, BBAKCUB1 underscore internal. And also if you expand calculation views, there's another VBAKCUB1. So when we import a cube, two objects are created. One is an analytic view, the second one is the calculation view. If we double click on the analytic view, and please see here at the data foundation, we click on the data foundation, and if we click on auto layout, so whatever the tables that you have in the details pane, you see here, so it basically created a star schema. So on the application layer, the cube is now transformed to an analytic view. Please click on data preview and click raw data. So the same data is now available in the so because the same database, so let's select the measure, drag and drop, and also let us select any sales org. So directly you'll be able to report in HANA itself. So you can use these information views to different BOBI reporting tools as well. So directly from HANA we can do reporting on these data models. So whenever we import a cube, automatically it creates an analytic view, and along with that it also creates a calculation view. Double click on the calculation view, click on auto layout. If you expand the projection, Here we can see the analytic view as the data source. At the aggregation node, it has selected the required columns, the semantics. So this is the output that system automatically created. Click validate, click save and activate. And data preview. And click on raw data. So it also has the same data. So these calculation views can be used in other calculation views as the data sources. So this is one way how to import cubes to HANA Studio. And the other way to import is you can directly go to BW, right click on the cube, click change, click on the change button, expand settings, external SAP HANA view, check this checkbox. You can check this box. So when you check this box and click activate, automatically it creates a HANA view at HANA Studio. So once you check this box and activate, so you can copy the technical name of the cube, go back to HANA Studio. So let me find now. Let us do a find on content. Right click on content folder, click find. So here you see the analytic view is available at AT_DK and the calculation view also available at AT_DK. You see there is another analytic view that's available under systems-local.bw.bw to HANA. This is the view that is imported. So this is the view that is imported by the system automatically into this package. If we go to this package, systems-local, expand this package and expand the subpackage BW, expand other subpackage called BW to HANA. If we go to the analytic views, let me try to filter this. Let me filter on the technical name. So if we expand the analytic views, here you see the analytic view. Double click on this. So you can import from the HANA Studio by clicking on Quick Launch, Import, SAP NetWeaver BW Models, or in the BW application layer, double click on the object and select this. So when you import these objects, these are transformed to information views, and you can use BOBI reporting tools directly on these views. So this mainly gives advantage that you don't have to recreate data models in HANA. So when you have BW powered by HANA, You don't have to recreate all the data models. You can just import the existing models that are already available, and then you can directly report on these data models from HANA. And the second thing is, you can also import objects like DSOs, data store objects, in a similar fashion. Double click on a DSO, we expand settings, and go to the change mode. And you can check this option. Now this is a DSO, data store object. So even this option is available in this object. When you activate this, click continue, click yes. The object is activated. So let us copy this object, go back to HANA Studio, and again let us find for this object. This is not the one. ZVBAK DSO. Let me do a refresh. Let me just refresh it. ZBBAK. So the technical name of this DSO is ZVBAK DSO. So here in the HANA Studio we have ZVBAK DSO. So double click on the analytic view. If we click on auto layout, so here we see in the center there is an active table. So this table is an active data table, and all these are the corresponding dimension tables that are connected to the central table. So in this way you can import DSO objects. Just you can click on the checkbox and then the objects are getting imported. So basically this is the new procedure to import from the application layer. So previously when this procedure was not available in the application layer, we used to import SAP NetWeaver BW Models from HANA Studio. So we used to import from HANA Studio, but now you can directly import from BW application layer. And you can also import info objects. So individual objects are imported as attribute views. If you click on info objects, expand this, double click on the info object. Info objects are basically like attribute views. If you click on master data / text tab, so here you see in the info object you have this tab called master data / text tab. In here, external SAP HANA view, external SAP HANA view for master data. So when you go to change mode and click on this option, external SAP HANA view for master data. Also, if you check on this option, so two options you have: external view for master data and external view for master data info provider. It means that these objects can be consumed in the reporting when you make it as an info provider. But when you check this option, this option, the object will not be available the object will not be available to reporting, but will be as a dimension. You can take this as a dimension when you create an analytic view, or you can use as a data source when we create a calculation view. So let me activate by checking both these options. So once this object is activated, let me copy the technical name, go back to HANA Studio. Let us go to the package, BW to HANA, and find. So when you find, now you see two objects. One is the attribute view. So this object is created because we check this option, external SAP HANA view for master data. So this option is checked, the below object is created, which is an analytic view with underscore reporting. So you can use this object for reporting and this one as a dimension in the analytic views or calculation views. Let me open this view, click OK. So click on the data foundation. So here you see the text table and the master data table from BW. So these three objects can be imported to the BW application layer. Apart from this, you can also access BW system from the HANA Studio. So here you see, when you click on the open perspective, there is a plugin called BW modeling. If you select this and click OK, once you select that and click OK, so let me close all these tabs. Let me delete this. I've created in the previous class. I'll just delete this. So I'll show you from first again. So if you are in the quick launch, let's say you're in the quick launch. So if you're in the HANA modeler perspective, so this is how you would see this. So you see instance, under instance you see catalog content, but now I'm changing the perspective. When I click on open perspective and click BW modeling and click OK, so now we got into a different perspective called, you see on the right hand side extreme. Now we are in the perspective called BW modeling. So we left HANA modeling perspective. Now we are at the BW modeling perspective. We click on this option. So now we can access the BW system from the HANA Studio. So let me right click, click new, click on the project, select BW project and click next. Click on browse, select BW74, click OK, click next. The username is Surya. Let us provide the password as capital URYA1234 and click finish. So once you click finish, and once you expand the folder, here you see info providers. Once you expand the info provider, here you see there are different info areas. So these are different info areas. If you expand any info area, and you can directly double click on the cubes. So you see here, now the system BW opens up here. The cube is open up here. So if you want to go to RSA1, which is the T code in BW, we double click on this. Click on RSA1. You see the above application, the above screen directly opens up at the HANA Studio. So in the same way, you can access both these screens. Now in here, you're accessing the BW system. Also, we can right click on the folder and click attach SAP HANA system and select the instance and click finish. So here we see HANA system library. On the top you see info providers. Once you expand the repository content, you see all the information views and the packages. So we go to systems, -local, BW, BW to HANA, and ZVBAK DSO. Directly you can open up from here as well. So you see the view over here, and the similar object ZVBAK DSO in the above screen and go to the info provider, and even you can open up the object over here as well. So this is on the BW system, and side to this you can see the view in HANA. So you can access both this, so you don't have to go back again to SAP logon to access the object from here. You can directly access at the HANA Studio. So when accessing these objects, you can access both HANA related metadata as well as the BW related metadata. So you can even create data models. The models that are relevant for BW can also be created from HANA Studio. If you select the info area, right click, click new. Here you have an option to create composite providers and open ODS views. A composite provider is a provider where you can combine data models. These data models may be HANA information views or BW related data models. You can use joins or you can use union to combine these data models. So click on the composite provider. So here, which operation do you want to use? Whether you want to use union or a join. Let me give a technical name. JetCP underscore sales. I've given the technical name and the description. The operator, I'm using a union. Click finish. So you click on the scenario pane. In the scenario pane, you can add data models. When you click on the add, you can add info providers from BW or from HANA views. So let me just select info providers. So let me select JET VBAK CUB1. I'm going to HANA Studio. I'm giving this object. So it does find. Click OK. So this is the object I just selected. And let me click add again. Let me add a different object. The second one, JetVBAK cube. Go back to HANA Studio and give this object name and click OK. So now you have JetVBAK CUB1 and JetVBAK CUBE. and then click on the union. So once you click on the union, here you see both these info providers. One is CUB1 and the other one is CUBE. So two info providers. If you want to do union of both these two info providers, right click on the object and create assignments. So now the target is added. Now right click on this second one and create assignments. So once you click create, now it created assignments. So it is trying to combine results from both these info providers. So in this way you can add objects, either you can use from BW or HANA, or both BW or HANA. One object from HANA, one object from BW, and you can combine both these objects to create a union. And finally click validate and click activate. So once you click activate, expand this object. I just created jet CP underscore sales. This object is created here. And once you created this object, this created object is now available in the BW system. If I go refresh and let me check this object, let us check for this object on the BW system. Let us click find and give the technical name and click search. Oh, this is not the one, just it is jet CP underscore sales. Let me find again. Searching for the wrong object. Jet CP underscore jet CP underscore sales. So when you created the object at the HANA Studio, the same object is now available in the BW. Oh, this is not the one. This is CP underscore sales 1. We are searching for this is also different. So let us do a research. Search. This is CP sales 001. So if you're not able to find here, then you can just try to refresh. Let's go back. Because the object is not getting refreshed, let us go back and then again enter RFC1. Double click on the transaction code and let us find again. Let's find for this object again. So here is the object, jet CP sales. So we expand this. You see both these cubes under this, which is a composite provider. Double click on this. So this is the composite provider. If you want to view data, you can click on display data. field selection for output, highlight key figures, select all, click execute and execute. Now we see the combined result of both these info providers. So in this way, you can combine data models from BW or HANA related data models using a composite provider. So you can create data models for BW at the HANA Studio at BW modeling plugin. Any questions until here?